we have talked. I mean, damn, that we've been talking about this since the Observer started. I think even before then, about the format.
Because I think, and it's crucial to remember, like, I think the biggest thing, ultimately the biggest thing at stake when you move from, if you didn't expand to 9 while growing the conference to 16, then some of the classic rivalry games were on the line. We're in jeopardy of becoming something that you don't play every single year, something that becomes, more a special occasion than a yearly tradition, including Auburn, Georgia.
Yeah,
like
and, if you go to 9, you can protect everything. You can protect everything you want. Now, we have seen in the past that, like, the Big Ten's model is they protect every rivalry, and then just kind of everything else kind of floats and rotates around.
Deciding how many, designating. It's not a. What
there are several teams that have like multiple permanent opponents on their schedule in the Big Ten, and then some that have none.
What the Big Ten did was they did not. It wasn't a blanket policy as far as how many rivals you have. They sort of looked at it school by school, case by case. I believe there was even a school that had none. Right, where they said, like,
I think there was
Penn State.
I think Penn State didn't have one.
There's somebody where it's like they decided that, like, they don't have a yearly opponent they have to play. It's a matter of. I mean, and I think that's like deciding it on a game by game basis or a rivalry by rivalry basis probably makes some sense as far as what's the right what are the right games to prioritize.
Penn State doesn't have a protected rival. I'm looking at the list right now. Penn State didn't have a protected rival. Meanwhile, all 3 of Iowa's teams they played back-to-back years are all protected. Some teams have 2, some teams have 1. That is a good way to do it, and I think they have to be a little bit more flexible because it's now an 18-team conference in the Big Ten. I think that's right. I think that's the number they landed on because they had 14 and they added USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington. So, but we know, and as we've talked about in the past, the beauty of the 3-6-6 model. Not even necessarily a pod, because some people have done the pods where it's like, okay, you take the 16 in the conference, divide them into 4-team little divisions. All those teams play each other every single year, and you rotate with everything else. Kind of like kind of close to like maybe what you would get in an NFL schedule, like with divisions. Yeah. I don't like that as much as the 3-6-6 rotating model. If you want to call it pods or whatever you want to call it,
pods is the wrong term for a 3-6-6 though.
It is.
You're playing outside. You're like pods, sort of like in
pods are more of that divisional.
Yeah, it's exclusive. In a pod, that's all. Like those are the only teams you're playing.
The 3-6-6 model, as we've talked about in the past, but a refresher for those of you who don't know, not everybody's been with us from the beginning, and not everybody may know what we're talking about. That Auburn, if in a 9-game schedule, because you have in a 9-game schedule, you have to get to 9, and you have 15 potential opponents. So what you can do is you play 3 permanent opponents every year, and then you have 6 and 6. You take the remaining 12. And you play 6 one year, 6 the next year, then you go back and play that same 6 again, and 6 again, home and a road split. The beauty of this system, and we've been talking about this for years, you can protect all your rivalries that you want to protect. Because, like, nobody in the SEC really has more than 3 that you would desperately want to protect, right?
Probably not. I mean, I would look, and I mean, as someone who remembers, like, how badly everyone wanted to get like Spurrier's Florida teams back in the day. Like it felt like there were more than 3 rivals there.
But like Georgia, you get Auburn and Florida and Tennessee.